Hi Green Get Writers. Well done if you had a go at the activity yesterday for writing some of the words that we're going to be reading today in our story. So today we are going to read this story all about a very clever pirate called Black Hat Bob. I wonder what your name would be if you were a pirate.
Here is the story of Black Hat Bob. We're on to story number 5. Here's the title, Black Hat Bob. And here he is with his black hat and his peg leg and his sword. There's something missing from his shoulder. Let's find out in the story what he has that on his shoulder. Down here you can see our vowel sounds a, e, I, o, a. And the letter names A, E, I, O, U. Let's turn the page and see what Black Hat Bob gets up to. And before we start, we're going to have a little look. I wonder if you spotted some of these sounds when you were doing the list of words yesterday. We've got this one here, the long f sound, 2 letters, 1 sound. We've got this one, long oo sound. We've got this one which looks like s but sounds like z. We've got this one, sh, 2 letters, 1 sound, and th as well. And those are the ones that we will see lots of in our story and the ones to look out for. So today what I'm going to do is read the green words because I know you've already had a try at writing these down in a list. So today we're just going to practice reading them. So I'm going to say the word and then you're going to Fred talk the word and say it out loud. And Fred is here listening in with his magic ears. He's listening in to see if you're joining in and having a go at the Fred talk. Hi Fred. Okay, here we go. The first one, ship. Well done. The next one, peg. Brilliant work, well done. Leg. Excellent. Hen. Pet. Very good. Box. Good speedy reading, guys, well done. This one, don't miss out that sound in the middle there. Excellent, did you get it? Grab, grab, well done. This one, off. Nice work, well done. Will. Brilliant. Fix. Great work. His. Well done. That. Good. Is. Very good. Did you spot the funny S's, the S sounds that sound like a Z? That's right. They're in the word his and is. They sound like Z on the end. And did you spot anything where there was 2 letters making 1 sound of the long sound here? Yes, you did. Well done. Off. And then 2 letters making 1 sound in this word, will. And 2 letters making 1 sound at the beginning of ship. And 2 letters making 1 sound at the beginning of that. That. Very good. Let's speedy read our red words. I'm going to go through them in order. I'll do them once and then I'm going to move my finger around in and out of order and see if you can keep up. Are you ready? He said, no, my, I. Okay, your turn. Easy peasy. Okay, let's see if we can play fastest finger, see if you can keep up. I'm going to try to catch you out. Wow, you're amazing. Well done at that. You were super speedy with your red words. I think that's because you must have been practicing. Well done, everybody. Okay, before we start our story, we're going to have a quick look at the vocabulary check. And that just means vocabulary is a fancy word, which means all of the language, all of the different words that we will find in our story. So we're going to make sure that we know what these things mean. Peg leg. That's right. Something a pirate has, a wooden leg. A cash box is the same as a money box. Cash means money, so this is a money box. It could also mean a treasure box. Grab. If I grab something, I could grab Fred. Whoop, sorry, Fred, a bit gentle. To grab something isn't always the best thing. It's a bit like snatching, to snatch something. I wonder if someone's going to try and snatch the money box. Gulp. I wonder if you've ever taken a big gulp of something, a big gulp of water, or a big gulp of milkshake maybe. And down here we've got a punctuation that we will see in this story. We'll see capital letters at the beginning of names. So Black Hat Bob, all of his names have a capital letter. Red Hat Rob, that must be another pirate. And we'll see them at the beginning of sentences. We're also going to see full stops and capital letters and exclamation marks. And in this story, it's to show anger and surprise. Goodness. Are you ready, Fred? Shall we get reading? Okie dokie. Let's turn over and have a look. I can read you the introduction. And this, oh, it's Black Hat Bob. He has not got a parrot on his shoulder. He has got a chicken. How funny. It says, pirates are sailors who steal from other ships. This story is about a friendly pirate. Well, friendlier than most, and his name is Black Hat Bob. He has an enemy called Red Hat Rob, and Red Hat Rob is a robber. Red Hat Rob wants to steal Black Hat Bob's money that he keeps in a cash box. Will he succeed? Let's find out. Okay, Black Hat Bob is on his ship. This is his peg leg. There it is. Come out, Fred. Oh, you can help us turn the page. Thank you. This is his pet hen on his shoulder. This is his cash box. There it is. Definitely looks like a treasure box, doesn't it? This is Red Hat Rob. This is Red Hat Rob. And here we can see speech marks. That means that the words between the speech marks are something that's being spoken. So I'm going to use my speaking voice now. I'm going to try and be like a pirate. I will grab that cash box, he said. Get off my ship, said Black Hat Bob. No, said Red Hat Rob. I will not. Oh dear, I think there might be a fight. Oh no. Let's have a look. I will fix him, said Black Hat Bob. Biff, biff. Do you think he means fix him, like we fix something that's broken? I think this is slightly different. I think he means fix him, as in rough him up a little bit and teach him who's boss and show him how he needs to get off Black Hat Bob's ship, because then Black Hat Bob goes biff, biff. No, it looks like they're having a fight. Oh my goodness. But then, what happens during the fight? Gulp. Oh my goodness. What's happened? The cash box has fallen over the side of the ship, right towards a great big shark. And you go and get your whiteboard and your pen if you have one, or just a little piece of paper and a pencil. Pause the video so that you can do that. Now what we're going to do, we're going to play a bit of a game. We're going to have a quiz and I'm going to ask you some questions and I want you to write down the answers. I've got my whiteboard too, just here, and I've got a whiteboard pen just here. So I'm going to write down the answers too and we're going to see if we get them right at the end. So are you ready for a little bit of a quiz? I'm going to ask you some questions and you're going to write down your answer on your whiteboard. And then at the end, we're going to see if our answers are the same and we're going to look back in the story to see if we got the answers right. So your first question is, what was it that Black Hat Bob kept on his ship that Red Hat Rob wanted? Can you remember what it was called in the story? Have a think. Write it down on your piece of paper or on your whiteboard. I'm going to write down my answer now. I wonder what you have written down. Oh, I wonder if we got the same answer. Okay, you remember you can pause the video. If I'm moving too quickly, just press pause to give yourself time to write down your answer and then you can press play again for the next question. There's going to be 2 more questions. Okay, the next question is, what was it that Red Hat Rob said to himself? What did Red Hat Rob say to himself? Remember, press pause on the video to give yourself time to write down your answer. I'm going to remember to try to write those funny little marks. What were they called? Speech marks. I'm going to write those because this is a question about what somebody said. Now that naughty pirate said something to himself. Okay, let's see how we're getting on. Remember, you can pause if you need to for a little bit longer. Press play again when you're ready. The next question is, what sort of voice does Black Hat Bob use when he speaks to Red Hat Rob? Is it a friendly voice? Is it an angry voice? What kind of voice does he use to tell him to get off his ship? How does he say it? Is it angry? Is it happy? Is it friendly? Is it furious? Write down your answer and pause the video if you need a little bit more time. I'm going to write down my answer now. Okay, shall we have a little look and see if we got some of our answers the same? So the first question was, what does Black Hat Bob keep on his ship? And that's right, it was a cash box. If you wrote down a cash box, you can give yourself a tick. If you used a different word for cash, that's okay too. If you wrote down the word money or treasure, you can give yourself a tick as well. Okay, the next question was, what does Red Hat Rob say to himself? That's right, he's talking to himself because he says, I will grab that cash box. We can see that on page number 10 of our story. Let's have a little look back. It says, this is Red Hat Rob. And then there are some speech marks and some words down here. Because it says I, we know that Red Hat Rob is talking to himself. So he's saying, I will grab that cash box, he said. And we know that these are the words that he spoke because they are inside the little speech marks. And these words are not words that he spoke. Well done, everybody. So if you got, I will grab that cash box and give yourself a little tick. Well done if you had a go at that, 'cause that was a difficult one. Now then, what kind of voice did Red Hat Rob use when he said, "Get off my ship"? We can see this on page number 11. Now, it says, "Get off my ship," and there's an exclamation mark, which means he might be surprised or angry or furious or excited. I don't think he's excited in this story because he's not happy that Red Hat Rob has climbed aboard his ship and wants to get his cash box. And I can see by his face that he is angry. Now, if you got a word and you wrote it down that means the same thing as angry, then you can give yourself a tick. So if you had angry or furious, then you can definitely give yourself a tick. Well done, everyone. Do send me in a picture if you had a go at answering those 3 tricky questions.